Teruaki Sato, the powerful slugger for the Hanshin Tigers, finds himself in a rapidly developing and highly urgent situation just days before the start of spring training.
Shada. Contract negotiations have become the immediate focal point of the entire Nippon professional baseball offseason, primarily because he remains the sole key Hanshin player yet to officially finalize and disclose his professional contract for the upcoming season.
On the Hanshin Tigers team facility, located in Nishinomiya, Hyogo Prefecture, attending mandatory photo shoots for promotional materials for the new season.
It was there, amidst the backdrop of preparations for the rigorous camp schedule, that he addressed the media directly regarding the protracted nature of his contract. He kept his comments vague regarding the exact timing of a finalized deal, stating simply that he did not know when an announcement would be made.
However, he strongly insisted that the delay was not due to hostility or conflict. "It's not contentious," he emphasized to reporters. "Of course, things are moving forward.
We are having smooth, constructive discussions."
Despite the assurances of smooth sailing, the fact remains that talks have extended unusually long, prompting widespread speculation. The consensus among analysts and those close to the Tigers organization is that the delay stems from two specific factors. First, the certainty of a massive salary increase commensurate with his strong performance, and second, the delicate, high-stakes negotiations regarding the terms and timeline of his future Major League Baseball ambitions.
Reports suggest that discussions involving his agent postseason have heavily revolved around utilizing the posting system for a move to MLB in the near future.
This current standoff marked the first time Sato had publicly addressed the media since the conclusion of the previous season. As of this moment, Sato stands alone among Hanshin's core players as the last major piece unsigned.
Other NPB stars are wrapping up their negotiations swiftly. For instance, Shogo Akiyama of the Hiroshima Cup finalized his deal on the 27th, and Yutaro Sugimoto of the Oryx Buffaloes were set to sign on the 28th.
The rapid approach of the deadline creates a severe sense of urgency.
When pressed specifically about the likelihood of signing before camp opens, Sato remained frustratingly elusive. "I don't know, honestly," he said, though maintaining a visibly calm and measured front. "It feels like we are conducting proper discussions and negotiations." Under the NPB's stringent uniform contract rules, should a player fail to finalize and disclose their contract by the mandatory deadline of January 31st, they are required to participate in spring training camp on a completely self-funded basis. The implications are significant and punitive. The player cannot wear the official team uniform, and they are personally responsible for all associated costs, including travel expenses, accommodation, and meals. Shada. This financial and psychological burden is substantial, especially considering the added pressure of the World Baseball Classic looming large in March.
For the Hanshin Tigers, who are vigorously pursuing a rare back-to-back league championship, and particularly for Sato, who occupies the critical role of cleanup hitter and is a foundational element of their offense, an early resolution is absolutely paramount to team morale and preparation.
The contract saga has inevitably spurred strong commentary regarding Sato's desire for an early jump to the majors.
Many seasoned observers and fans question both the timing and the perceived readiness for such an international move.
Skidar. Deep skepticism expresses. Can he really get what he wants regarding posting so soon? He had a good year last season, but there's no guarantee he can replicate that success this season.
He hasn't accumulated the necessary track record yet.
Because the posting system requires explicit management approval, unlike free agency, The accumulation of significant, sustained domestic accomplishments is usually viewed as non-negotiable leverage.
Reports have indicated that Sato's agent visited the Hanshin front office shortly after the new year, reportedly pressuring the club regarding an early posting arrangement following the conclusion of the 2024 season.
For many traditionalists and critics, this seems far too premature.
The overwhelming concern is palpable. If NPB continues to lose its most promising cornerstone talent, such as Kazuma Okamoto, Munetaka Murakami, and now potentially Sato, the competitive depth and overall quality of the league will suffer immensely, turning it into a mere stopgap.
While a free agent departure after years of service is acceptable, many argue that permitting players to leverage the posting system purely based on personal aspiration sets a deeply worrying and unsustainable precedent.
Shedar. Allowing early posting negotiations, critics forcefully argue, constitutes an abuse of the posting system. Rules and fundamental principles governing the relationship between player and club must be adhered to.
Seda. Some comments challenge the perceived sense of entitlement directly. If he cannot abide by the club's contractual rights and timeline, why did he not skip NPB entirely and head straight to MLB?
This reflects the popular perception that players are increasingly utilizing NPB solely as a sheltered developmental league, recognizing the grueling and often demoralizing reality of starting directly in the American minor leagues before attempting the final big jump.
The repeated insistence by both the Roki Sasaki camp and now the Sato camp that we are not contentious is viewed cynically by many watching the long game.
Shada. How they may not be exchanging heated words, the fact that contract disclosure is severely delayed indicates a fundamental disagreement or a serious structural holdup on the critical issue of future freedom.
Sheda, các talks are progressing might simply mean that both sides are stalled on parallel, incompatible tracks. Sato may be aggressively banking on a major performance boost soon.
Sheda. Many wonder if his offensive output at the upcoming World Baseball Classic, where he will be placed under the global spotlight, could instantly shift both the public and the club's evaluation of his international market value, providing him with the maximum necessary leverage in this high-stakes negotiation before the contract deadline expires.